Hi everybody, this is Kevin, and welcome back to another manga review. And today I'm going to share my thoughts on Burn the Witch Volume 1 from Tite Kubo, who of course is the mangaka behind Bleach. This is his follow-up work after that ended in 2016, but I'm not sure when the first chapter was published. I do know that the volume released in 2021, so I'm sure Kubo took some time off, and he actually mentions in the afterword that after working for so many years on Bleach, I think it was 15 years in a row of over 600 chapters, he can finally take things slowly, which good for him. He definitely earned it. And there is a volume 2 in the works because they heavily tease it, and they pretty much flat out say volume 2 coming soon. So stay tuned for that. A lot of setup here, introducing the main cast of characters, but it's some good stuff, and it definitely helps if you know a lot about Bleach, because there's a lot of parallels, not even just like same-face character designs, but like concepts, in that, you know, there's things comparable to Hollows, there's two different worlds similar to the Soul Society and the World of the Living, and all that crazy stuff. So it follows two main protagonists, Noelle and Ninny, who are witches, who patrol London, you know, protecting the humans from dragons. And in most cases, dragons are good beings who don't mean any harm, and they're just there, whether they're, you know, there to provide food or provide electricity or agriculture. They have sort of a lore dump about the dragons, how they help society function in that regard. But there's also dark dragons who want to kill humans. So the witches are there to bring balance and help the humans. And similar to Hollows, ordinary humans can't see dragons. So if a dark dragon starts attacking you as a human, you can't see it, you can't defend yourself, so the witches go in there and save the day, and that's the parallel from Bleach. So let's take this slipcover off and introduce you to some of the characters. So on the front page, we have the side characters, which is kind of interesting. You would think you'd have the main characters on the front, but it is what it is. So this is Balgo, who is a classmate of Noelle, and madly in love with Noelle, and his pet dog, Osushi, who turns out to be a dragon himself. You see his wings. Look at how cute this little guy is. And here are our main ladies, Noelle and Ninny. And you can see right away, Ninny is definitely Hiyori. Like, the way she acts as Hiyori, she looks like Hiyori, down to the hairdo and the tongue hanging out. That's Hiyori. Now, Noelle, I don't know who I would really compare her to. She looks kind of like Nemo, but as far as how she acts, she's definitely her own character. But, great designs on the main characters. I love it. So here are some other characters. The only one that really has a big role in this volume is this guy right here, and his name is Bruno Bangknife. And Kubo has always had some crazy-ass names. I love that name. He's comparable to Grimjaw, if you can't tell already, but if you're not convinced, there's an outfit he has later on that really hits that point home. And these other characters, I forget their names aside from this guy. His name is Wolfgang. He's like the leader of this group, and they can sort of set these guys up for the future volumes, but you get an idea of Kubo's great designs, and you gotta love it. So there's also this one of the two ladies, and I am definitely a fan of Noelle, that's for sure. And why wouldn't I be? So you get the two ladies there, and then Osushi, and some good stuff. So there's 4 chapters. I think I already mentioned that. And, oh, this guy here, his name is Chief. And he's in charge of sending Noelle and Ninny out on their missions. Doesn't really do much. He's always smoking a cigarette. He has one shining moment at the end here, but he sort of takes the credit for all the deeds they do. And again, their outfits, dude. Look at this with the skirt and everything. Oh my goodness. Noelle is great. So it starts off with her like going to reverse London and being hassled by Balgo, who, like I said, is madly in love with her, and is like, I need to get a peek at her knickers, her undies, essentially. And she's like, I'm not having it. Kicks him and sends him flying. I can imagine, like, because there's an anime of this now. I think it's an anime movie. Sends him flying. I can imagine how funny that scene is in the anime. And she's like, I don't have time for you. I gotta go. And she makes her way to this telephone booth where she uses this coin, and the telephone booth disappears. And Balgo's like, Noelle just vanished. Where'd she go? So he's on to something. And it cuts over here to reverse London, where we see Ninny playing the tsundere character, yelling at Noelle, like, you're late. What are you doing? What do you mean you're at class? And yeah, they do have normal lives in that Noelle's goes to school, and Nini is an idol star, like a pop star. So this is like the lore dump about Reverse London, how the regular humans can't see. And this is where they work, the Reverse London Natural Dragon Management Agency, the Wingbind. And again, the wacky names Noelle Nihashi and Nini Spankole. Her name's actually Nina, but that's her nickname, Nini. So Chiefs gives them an assignment, and they got to go back to regular London and deal with dragons. And I love like these faces here. Look at this. Look at her face with the teeth. And these are dragons themselves that they use as broomsticks. So everything has to do with dragons. Balgo is like, oh, where's my sweet Noelle? I just wanted to peek at her knickers. Oh. And he's talking about how like, oh, sushi was supposed to be his way to get a lady, you know, because the girls supposedly like cute dogs or whatever, but it's not working out for him. And this is his friend Selby. So again, here's some more lore dump about how the dragons help out society. You have this one who provides electricity. The other one provides heating, chemicals, food, etc., etc. So there's good dragons providing for society. And then there's dark dragons. And then, you know, the designs are Kubo-esque, looking great. When all of a sudden, Otsushi turns into a freaking dragon. And they're like, what the hell's going on? And there's a funny thing here where dum 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 dum. It's like the Dragon Ball theme, and they actually mentioned that right there. Is your ringtone seriously the recap music from Dragon Ball? Like I said, you're such a weeb. So I wonder if that came from Kubo or that came because this is Shonen Jump, or that's just like Shonen Jump editors adding that. But clearly there's some kind of ringtone. So I would imagine Kubo probably did that. So I thought that was pretty funny. And they got to make their way back. And as they do, you know, they see that Balgo's there. Like, what is Balgo doing here? And she starts blushing, and he's like, oh, what are you doing here? Even her angry face is so cute. So there's some tension between, the sexual tension between the two of them. And they start fighting, and all of a sudden, Selby turns into a dragon himself. And we get a backstory about him and Balgo, how when Selby was a young boy, he was hit by a car and on the brink of death. And what happened was a dragon like inhibited his soul and kept him alive. So he was never really Balgo's friend anyway. He was just a dragon. And because of that, though, Balgo has been exposed to a dragon for so long, he becomes what's known as dragon-clad. So as a regular human, he can start seeing dragons and eventually gets his own powers. But yeah, anyway, look at that design. So they have a big battle here. Some cool stuff. And then Balgo steps up and defends Nini here from his attack. Why are you protecting me? And he's like, I could never let a cute girl be unprotected. So they continue battling. And at the end there, you know, Noelle steps in. And she says, that was actually pretty impressive. And he starts blushing. And then we get this moment here where she takes out her weapon. And she does, like, her attack, Absolute Dragon Shatter. There's one later on when they say, like, magic number and whatever the number is. And it reminds me of Bleach, Hado, number 33, So Katsui. Like, stuff like that, you know? So they make their way back, and Chief is taking all the credit. He got a promotion for this job, and they're like, "What do you mean you got credit? What did you do?" "Oh, I sent you two ladies out, didn't I?" That's got nothing to do with it. So because the boy is dragon clad, you see he's got like a leash on. What the fuck? But they got to take him in. Initially, they're gonna like execute him, but it turns out because he's dragon clad, it's all good, and he's gonna work with them from now on. And these cover pages, I hope these are in color. I have to look them up and probably use one of them for the thumbnail. But they're really good, man. So, you know, more time passes and they're leading their double lives or whatever, where Nini's the idol star. And that's another dragon too, which isn't really a dragon, it's a deer, isn't it? But they say it's a dragon. So any kind of mythical beast they refer to as a dragon here. Here's the one where I was talking about, you know, the spells. Wasn't Hada number 31, that was Shakaho, right? This is magic number 31, Blue Spark. That just reminds me of Bleach so much. Magic number 44, Flash Bumper. What's the other one? Hado, number 4, Byakurai. Are we just now getting their name dumps? I thought we got that in the first chapter, but I guess they're telling you again. So anyway, they're getting ready for their next job, and you know, Osushi is now a dragon canine part of the group, and Bulgo the human dragon clad, and they're like, oh, these fools, what are they doing here? So the chief, because he's a slacker, has already been demoted from. He got the promotion and then he's been demoted already because all he does is sit there and chain smokes, and says they got to go back out there because Osushi's just rampaging. Bulgo can't control him, so they got to stop it. And Noel grabs it, calms it down, and that's that. So anyway, so yeah, more dragons keep attacking, and just the designs, everything going on is cool. I want to see if I can, yeah, see, this is kind of like a hollow mask, isn't it? Some really, really cool stuff here. So, just to get an idea of some of the artwork here. Here it is. Here's like the big group here. Or we get the name drop of all the other names as part of the elite here. You have Bruno, Bang Knife, Roy.B, Dipper, Quantnir, Milaviv, Trombone, Tekenin, Sullivan Squire, Sokka Rin, Harry Shake, and then the leader here, Wolfgang Schrossout. Like the names are just crazy. And because he's a dragon clad, they want to kill this kid, Bulgo. Which is kind of odd because they're operating in the whole reverse London thing as well, but they're like the elite. And this woman here, Macy, she's part of the idol group that Nini is also part of, and she's like gonna quit or something, and they don't want that to happen. And here's some more dragons who are providing for Noel here. You have a Planty Pot, the Chariot, Buttercase, Reptiliner. And Osushi shows up. He's trying to use that to schmooze with Noel. You see she's getting ready for bed. And she gets a phone call. And Nini here is telling Noel that, you know, Macy's gone missing. What are we going to do? And she's involved in this next case. And Bulgo is just ecstatic because he has like this little thing that he's wearing that's similar to the one Noel's wearing. He's like, oh, we're matching, Noel. We're perfect for each other. Oh, this is great. So yeah, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but I mean, I've showed you pretty much every page already, so what am I talking about? But Macy ends up showing her dragon, which she calls Ellie. And she's had it in hiding, and you know, because she wasn't aware that other humans could see it, and was trying to hide it from everyone. But once dragons reach a certain point, they always turn to dark dragons. So Bruno has arrived here because he has to eliminate Bulgo. And Noel and Nini aren't going to let that happen. And he starts fighting, and then Macy's dragon Ellie gets involved. So they end up having to team up here. And this is Macy talking about like how she was always alone, but the only one who was there for her was her dragon Ellie, so she can't let her die. And Bruno controls a dragon of his own. He's riding it, and this is where he reveals that he has to kill Bulgo. He has the authority to. There's that same color page that we saw at the very beginning of the manga. So yeah, he's just got a totally badass design, and what happens is Ellie transforms into this other dragon called Cinderella. And it's one of the Marchins, which are like some of the deadliest dragons right here. The 7 dragons likened and named from fairy tales. And this one's named Cinderella. It kind of sucks in this book here how it, like, you can't really even see the whole image. It's, what do you call that when it's glued too close together? So the dragon's gone berserk here, and they all gotta team up to fight it, even with Bruno. And this is this is the comparison to Grimjow. He has this mask on and starts using his magic, and he's teaming up his dragon, and just fucking badass. Like, you know, people always say with Bleach, it's the rule of cool. And it works that way right here, that's for sure. So they have a great battle. And this is great too. So the two of them, Nini and Noelle, team out for their ultimate attack here. And they have like this incantation. High up in the air, starry path, night's horizon, white alva in formation, leads wreath, light right, to skyward sight, and there terminate magic number 68, Supernal Jail. And they trap Cinderella in this jail here. Yeah, just the expressions, man. I love this fucking design. Like, Grimjow is one of the coolest looking characters in Bleach. And just seeing him as this Bruno Bang Knife dude. And I still can't get over that name. Fucking Bruno Bang Knife. So, this is the quote from like the beginning of the book too. Aren't fairy tales just full of it? Yeah, Kubo's sort of mocking the fairy tale. Oh, and at the end, so this dude has been saying they're all helpless, and this sort of sets up the future volumes. At the end, you know, he has the sword. Wait, seriously, what's up that sword? It's coming out of the pipe we gave you? How is that even logical? And then Cinderella stops, and it gets shot right through the head, and they're like, "What? Who did that?" And it cuts over here, and Chief, all the way from headquarters, good grief, wonder if that did the trick. Chief's the one who killed it. This dude who's been slacking chain smoking the entire time, got demoted for being such a lazy ass, is the one who actually saves the day. So, that's pretty crazy. And then they're able to make up, and it's a great happy ending. And because of that, Balgo has been set free. They don't deem him to you know, be of any use, and they're going to look for the 7 dragons of the fairy tales or whatever. That's what this Wolfgang guy is scheming. So I wonder if Wolfgang's going to be like the big bad of this whole series. Seems that way. And they're all talking here, scheming their plans. And you get this cute moment. I fucking love this, dude. You know, I sort of love the ships and the romance stuff in the manga and anime. And you have Noelle embracing Balgo at the end of a hug. What is it, Noelle? Did I do something bad? No. So something good then? Yes. Aw, so cute, man. I fucking loved it. So coming next volume, Winged You 2, Burn the Witch 2. And then you get Kubo right here. After yearning for so long for a lifestyle where I can draw manga at my own pace, I'm finally living it. It's the best. And yeah, this is another series he did before Bleach, Zombie Powder. I'll have to check that out at some point. So yeah, he's been working over 20 years on Bleach. Yeah, I enjoy this quite a bit. I love the characters and designs. Especially, like I mentioned, Bruno. I think his design was the coolest. I love the 2 main characters of Noelle and Nini. The designs of the dragons are cool. I'm going to have to find one of these color pages for the thumbnail or something. The design too of the skirts. Oh my goodness. So fucking good. And at the end with Balgo getting the sword to set up a future volume. And then this scene was just so cute. So yeah, and as I'm recording this, I did, you know, because I read the book and then I get ready to do my recording. And literally just the other day, I got this in the mail and I did order the anime series, Burn the Witch, which is only 60 minutes. Look at the back here. 61 minutes. What the hell? So, I mean, well, it's only 4 chapters, so I'm sure it covers everything. And you can sort of see the characters here in color. So I'm going to watch this at some point and do a review for you guys. But yeah, here's the characters. Nini, Noelle, Balgo, Bruno. Funny thing about Bruno, he's voiced by Sean Chiplock. If you guys know who Sean Chiplock is, I wouldn't really consider him voicing a character, a badass character like that. I'm just saying. So I don't know about the casting. I would more likely see Sean Chiplock voice Balgo. So, and then here's some of the designs of the dragons in color. That's Bruno's dragon, Rickenbacker. So yeah, I'm going to watch this and have a review at some point. And I definitely recommend the book. Yeah, what more can I say? So thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thought in the comments down below, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Everybody have a great day.